It's a great day to play some Rocket League here at DFH Stadium. You can see the Egg people have packed the stands in preparation for this match on their favorite holiday, the holiday that has to do the most with Egg people. Easter is here. He has risen and we get to play some Rocket League about it. How great is that? Got Complexity versus Fnatic. Quite the clash here between two hot teams in Europe.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these two teams, 1-1 each coming into the, currently in the standings right now. This is an important match for both these two teams. I thought Gibbs brought up a couple really good points, especially about Fnatic, where it's really been the Maestro show. And we look at Snasky and Sicky, they kind of need to pick up the slack a little bit. I was looking at their goal participation, and it felt like it was just mostly Maestro. I think against Gale Force, Snasky in particular, only 25% goal participation, and with that comparison against a lot, he needs to be having much more impact in that goal scoring role.
You heard them talking about it. Complexity, the #1 offense here in Europe. And on the other side, Maestro, #2 right now in goals per game in Europe. But Snasky and Sicky tied for third to last, down to the bottom of the standings. And on the side of Complexity, you have a lot of Mercenaries, both at 4th and 5th, up in the top 5 right now. They have 2 players up there that are being high and mighty on the scoring charts. It's only Maestro on the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that he had one game last week. I think it was 5 goals in one series, or in one game, I believe it was, for Maestro. So his stats right now are even more inflated, if you will. It's important for his teammates to kind of alleviate some of that pressure, not make him do everything on the field.
We'll see how they are able to respond here to the #1 offense in Europe in Complexity. Complexity in the blue, Fnatic in the orange. First to 3 wins here will take the series. Starting off on the offense, Magnus taking a shot that just goes off crossbar. Mercenaries with a follow-up, hits the crossbar again. Now a lot rotating around to try and get a third one, but this one cleared away. We'll see Fnatic hold on for just a moment. Snasky into the corner. This initial offense, creating a lot of pressure. And a lot will try to shoot one more time. This one just wide. Yeah,
really good demo there from Maestro. He alleviated so much of that offensive pressure there by just getting rid of the attackers.
Now Sicky out back to midfield. A lot of the pass to Magnus, now back to Mercenaries. Going back out one more time. The pressure stays on. Now Sicky into the corner. Maestro moving up. First time we've seen the ball deep in the Complexity territory here. It's Fnatic finally being able to gain some pressure, get some midfield rotation going. Snasky looking for some demolitions. Not going to find any just yet. Finds another pass inwards. Magnus and net making contact. Maestro back towards Snasky. Sicky who advances, trading places. 3:45 left to go. Still scoreless in game #1. So Mercenaries up onto the wall. Now shadowing Magnus. After that initial push we saw from Complexity, where they had 3 attempted shots on net, it's been a little bit slow. Ball spending a lot of time in the corners, but here now a lot with an opportunity. He'll pass it back down, but his teammates had fallen back, so it'll be Maestro who picks up ball control. Magnus across the field back towards a lot, and he looks for a pass back towards his other teammate. The ball will stay relatively neutral here in the midfield. And now Fnatic back up on offense. Towards the backboard. A lot making contact.
That's the second time we've seen Fnatic going for these backboard plays on offense.
Hasn't worked out yet. Yet to see any real good shot attempt. It's Magnus. Pass to one. Now off to Snasky with a win, but Mercenaries with the steal. Now Maestro back and forth. Alternating contact here. Maestro sends this one towards the goal. Mercenaries cuts in past Magnus. A lot will make the save. We've seen Mets zone out his backline defense. A lot's got to play cleanup. Approaching halftime here. Mercenaries will get a save and will stay scoreless as we go into the second half of the game. Maestro playing the ball laterally. A lot and Snasky with the pitch in the corner. Went up and now a lot. Booming clear down the field towards the back line of Fnatic. Maestro up towards Snasky. Play down the field into the corner. Magnus, no contest. Able to play this one away. Now a lot past one. Drop it into Magnus. Shot towards net, cleared by Snasky. Sicky rotates in behind. Lean defensive rotations here from Fnatic, but not too much pressure from Complexity. Making things easy on that back line.
Yeah, Complexity doing a really good job here at just beating one defender, making sure no matter what, they have enough control to get it 50-50 on that second ball. It's making it really difficult here for Fnatic to get any clear and challenge the ball and pull a defender into a 50-50.
Double commitment there, Magnus and a lot, both going up for the save. Metznaris will play it to the corner. The pressure from Fnatic was back past the middle line, so they weren't able to immediately take a shot and take advantage. But they've still got this pressure on, and Snatsky will send the shot towards net. Metznaris with a save, and Magnus with a clear counterattack possibility here for Complexity. So lock into demolition in midfield. Metznaris now looking for Magnus, trying to send it towards the goal. Snatsky will send it to the side. A lot up as well. Alongside Metznaris, finds Magnus across the field, drops back mid. Maestro will keep it on the ground. A lot plays it to the side, picks up midfield boost. Snatsky able to slow down the ball. So we head into the final minute, heading into silver goal territory. Nobody scoring here in our first game.
Yeah, very even defense, but it feels like Complexity right now just much more control. Oh, a lot going for that overhead shot.
We've seen him hit nuts shots from that angle before, but this one does not have the forward vector. Magnus going to send one towards the goal. Snatsky plays away, but a lot's got a net to shoot at. It goes high. Metznaris with the follow-up, and finally the three-man play gives Complexity the one-goal lead.
Yeah, this is just a little disappointing here from the Fnatic members. That botched clear from Snatsky is really what caused all this pressure to happen. All three of those Fnatic teammates with just not enough boost really to be able to go up early for that challenge.
36 seconds remaining. Can Fnatic respond? For a very quiet game number one. Might see two goals here in the last minute. Maestro with a miss. I think he was maybe trying to fake out Magnus, hope to draw him out, but it didn't work. Or else his teammate wasn't there to finish it off. So Magnus did challenge, managed to get a wheel on it. Magnus now with a miss. Sicky could possibly find a shot here, but it's not there. There's the follow-up from Snatsky, and he will tie the game. 16 seconds left.
Yeah, good pressure here from Snatsky. Magnus missing that first touch puts so much pressure on that defense. You see Metznaris and a lot both leaving that goal a little bit early. That's just a small defensive error. That lack of communication evening up the game with 16 seconds left.
All tied up. Sicky over to the side. Now Fnatic. Let's see if they can finish it off here in regulation. Double demolition over the side grid, momentary 2v2. Magnus played inside. Maestro up. One last opportunity here. Goes onto the backboard. Magnus out towards a lot. They'll put this into the ground. We'll go to overtime here in game number one. Watch how they approach kickoff. Both teams with a cheat up. Sicky over to the side. Soft touch across midfield. Metznaris will to play it away. Magnus back towards the backboard again. Snatsky downfield. Mets into the corner. This again Maestro. Both there. Maestro with full ball control. Gets it out. Taken away by Complexity. And then Snatsky on the backboard back to the corner. A lot shadowing on the bottom. Watching Maestro. Strong touch that stays near the ceiling. They'll be able to play this one back down. Now Maestro looking for Sicky in the midfield. Intercepted by Metznaris. The pass off the wall to Magnus. Back down the field, quick transitions from Complexity. Now Mets towards a defense. It's all out of position.
There's just been a lot of really quick defensive rotations here coming from Complexity, not giving Fnatic any space at all. You just see they turn right in the midfield and challenge as fast as they can.
A lot playing into his own corner, or into the orange corner. And stays there for now. Nobody challenging this ball. Magnus will be the first to it. First minute of overtime coming on. Metznaris sets this one up a lot. He's got a net to shoot at, but it goes wide again. The accuracy from a lot not quite been there for Complexity here in game number one. Sicky sends this back. Maestro, shot towards net. And Metznaris will play to the side. Maestro, Sicky, trying to tag team that one. We'll get the ball back to Sicky. Now the pass towards Snatsky. Shut down by Magnus. Just in front of the box. Maestro over the top of one. Metznaris looking for a clear, and he gets it. Snatsky's there, the midfield rotation. Fnatic's got it set up. He's playing well, keeping this ball trapped in the blue. Finally, some aerial passes to get it all the way back down the field. A lot creating pressure, but then Sicky eliminates both players all the way down to the corner. He'll look to play this one around, but Magnus manages to get back in time. Hold on to ball control himself. Flicks it past Maestro. Now low on boost. Needing to play patient. Hope he can get it to a teammate. It's juiced up. He'll get the boost steal in the corner. Now Metznaris. Start to create offense here for Complexity. Good clears coming through. Sicky tried to create the counterattack. Metznaris pass one, Maestro up. Finished by a lot with second touch. 2 minutes and 20 seconds into overtime. They can finish it off right here if Sicky can just get it past Metznaris, but he won't be fooled. Metznaris moving up, pinching off Maestro. This one should go the full length of the field. What a way for the game to end. Metznaris with a pinch in his own half.
And it felt a little bit like it was only a matter of time. Look at it. That's just unfortunate there for Maestro. Turning around the wrong side of the ball there would have been better for him just to go back. He had that teammate further back, would have been able to challenge that ball there.
It's plays like that that make people feel so defensive during overtime. They don't want the game to end because of a fluke pinch. Let's leave a player back in the goal, always have a player on the back line real far back. You see Fnatic going for the win. Let's be aggressive. Let's be up on offense. And the two-man offense, the one man in the back hasn't been working. So let's try and send all three, and then the pinch happens.
Yeah, I think that they invited both teams really inviting a lot of pressure against themselves, just not challenging as much. I felt that Fnatic as a whole was on the worst side of things. We saw a lot of pressure there coming from Complexity, a lot of quick rotations, just trying to control the ball, and a lot of sending three men forward. Maestro, on the other hand, it was not the same story for him. He was actually rotating back much earlier than his two teammates, and it felt like he just didn't really trust his two teammates to be able to maintain possession on the other side of the field.
For sure. And interesting stats here in game number 1. 12 shots apiece, which is slightly above the average we've been seeing from Complexity of 9.75. But the big difference here, Complexity putting up 10 saves to the 3 from Fnatic. Fnatic currently leads Europe in saves per game. It's 5.78. So forcing Complexity to do a lot of defending in their own box there, but it didn't feel like there were many shots that were really that dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of those shots were coming right in front of the defenders with somebody already there to be able to challenge the ball. There's just not enough distance from you and the goalie, the ball and the goal, to be able to work an angle to find enough space to take that shot.
Game number 2, we'll move on to Wasteland. See how Fnatic responds. Game 1 ending with the pinch. Now Snasky into a corner. Oh dear, a small touch there onto the wall will make just give this shot to Snasky. Watch the way the retreating defense off this kickoff. Just a lot didn't know quite what to do. It goes away, and now Snasky will finish that one off himself. Fnatic starting with the 1-goal lead. Just 5 seconds into game number 2 here. We went all the way to the final minute before you saw any goals scored in game number 1. A lot with a quick counterattack. Shot is a bit high, possibly intentionally. But I have not seen many accurate shots from a lot this game, this series. Magnus back down. Metznaris in the corner alongside a lot. Sicky now. Across the midfield line. Maestro out towards Sicky. They'll play it over towards the blue corner. Magnus flaring into the orange. Metznaris shot is onto the backboard. Oh dear, the touch from Sicky could set this one up for a lot. And it gets taken away by the defense. They'll hold on for now.
Yes, Snasky barely able to make that save. A little bit of a hospital pass, if you will, putting him in a crappy situation there.
Magnus into the corner. Complexity with some loose pressure, constantly sending shots back that Fnatic has to deal with, but not creating an immediate threat if they do not. Metznaris with a shot towards net, and Sicky will send it away. There's no real follow-ups, a lot with the miss there. Now Sicky able to dribble this one down. He's only got one person to deal with in the back. Looks for a pass across towards Snasky. Metznaris will get it clear. Snasky tries to keep this one in the corner. Manages to get the second touch as well. Sicky is airborne, but Magnus takes it away out to midfield. And now a counterattack starting to mount here for Complexity. Taken away right back by Maestro at the midfield. Excellent contact there. Keep ball control on. Fnatic's have Magnus with a save as Sicky tried to take the shot. Beautiful pass from Maestro. Snasky not able to make contact again. So much pressure. So many things going right here for Fnatic. Those final shots either being shut down or not happening at all.
Yeah, and being held out by an incredible save there by Magnus at the end. I mean, a great shot, only beaten by an even better save.
2:53 left to go, and Fnatic still holding on to the 1-goal lead. They've had the majority of offensive pressure this game. So Complexity can get a siege going. Metznaris trying to move up, looking at the midfield boost, but no ball control. Now the pass from Magnus over towards a lot. The 3-man play, they slow it down. Magnus moves in, tries to get the mind game on Maestro. It's past him, but Sicky will be able to get to the corner. A close one there. Well played there by Fnatic on the defense for what was a very smart setup from Complexity.
Right, I want to say they got a little bit lucky there. There was no covering of that passing lane at all. and you could tell it made it very difficult for them to be able to defend that play.
A lot now. Out towards Metznaris, looking for the quick infield pass, and it's good. Tie game here. Well done.
And this is just such a clean pass here from Alot. To take his time, he slows down, puts that in the middle. Snasky and Maestro here. One person needs to cover a different side of the net. That's both defenders covering the same side of the goal, and neither of them close enough to challenge the ball. That's just not going to be good enough.
Tie game here. 2:08 left to go. Snasky. This one back out to midfield. Metznaris to take a shot. The infield pass. Snasky gave it to him, and Metznaris says, thanks. I'll just secure that one myself. 2:01 left on the clock. Oh, and Alot pinched it off him. I missed it from the autocam angle.
Yeah, that one's a little bit tricky there. That pinch just going so fortunate. It feels sometimes like that ball always just has to go straight to the other team's teammate, huh?
Yeah, it's a common thing that's happening in professional Rocket League right now. The infield passes oftentimes start coming from the corner or coming from the midfield, but it's a pass from the defense. So there you see it coming from the corner again. Metznaris in position, and just like that, Complexity's got the lead back. But now, looking to tie it back up. The play goes away. Metznaris gets it out of range of Maestro. As the quick pass, Fnatic looked to tie the game. Now pressure back on the other end. Metznaris up one more time, drops it in. No! Maestro steals it from him. What a play on the defensive line.
Yeah, just barely turning and getting a piece of that ball that was so close to increasing that lead.
Metznaris looking for another shot. Snasky into the corner. Magnus with the 50-50 onto the wall. Sticky back out to midfield. Snasky looking to extend the play. The ball will roll into the blue, but the pass comes through. Metznaris to Magnus. Now Alot up. Missing the ball, it goes into the corner. Following back along, gets it into the midfield. Maestro's there, no pressure from Complexity. Holding on to their 1-goal lead in the final minute here. Maestro will take it away. A demolition in net. Can Maestro get it back to Sicky? It's a close play. He'll look to keep this play going in the corner. But now back down. Snasky up. Pitches it off the wall. Magnus rotates into goal. Metznaris looks to buy time. Another demolition attempt. It's no good this time. The defense from Complexity will hold. 37 seconds remaining. Magnus now demoed out in the midfield. Sicky looking for another one, being so aggressive, just trying to open up this blue half so they have room to shoot, but it's not happening right now. And now Alot, can he make this angle happen? No, he won't make contact. With 23 seconds left, they're holding on.
Yeah, we saw Fnatic there with 2 demos in 30 seconds, and just barely off the crossbar.
So close. Magnus with the follow-up. This one will go in, securing this game here for Complexity. What pressure on the counterattack.
Yeah, Metznaris, that fast turn there, just punishing an inaccurate pass going a little bit too far towards the center. You mentioned a lot of those passes, they go towards the center, and then the player in the center will look for that shooter somewhere on the edges towards the corners.
15 seconds remaining. Down by 2. Fnatic needs a goal quickly to have time to equalize. At this point, the ball in their own half. Sicky with that miss. That'll basically secure this game. Oh, Snasky. This one goes all the way. Get Maestro and Metznaris to get there in time. Gets it away before they can finish the shot off. The clock will hit 0. Complexity now 2 games in a row. 1 away from sweeping Fnatic.
Yeah, and even though we see 2-0 here for Complexity, tell me what you think here. Do you agree that these games, these felt a lot closer, and it feels like Fnatic kind of game 1 a little bit slower, but they woke up here in game number 2.
It did feel, it's interesting, like both teams had 12 shots last game. Here, only 5 from Fnatic, but they felt like they had a significant amount of ball control. I liked the offensive pushes, the sieges we saw from Fnatic. Their offensive opportunities felt better here in game 2 than they did in game number 1. It was just some good, solid defense from Complexity. I loved the way Sicky was attacking him there at the end. Say, let's go for demos. He wasn't just going for 1. He'd find 1, and then he'd go try and find the goalie as well. That sort of aggressive play is a great tool to use, but they've got to be able to capitalize on it when it happens.
Yeah, especially in the last minute or so, we see Sicky, he goes for 2 demos in about 30 seconds time. And that's super important against a team like Complexity, a team that plays very fast, a lot of rotations, and especially Alot. He is sitting all the way up that field. You need to have somebody up there who can punish that. And what better way than to demo a defender? Now there's only one player, you know, who can maybe have an impact on the defense. I think demos are going to be the key here for Fnatic, and I think they're figuring that out, but we'll have to see in game number 3 how they're able to utilize that.
We'll see how they respond here. It was interesting, again, Complexity leading in the saves department, the thing that we've seen the Fnatic do the best here in Europe. But they did meet their 5.78 saves per game. I think they had 5 there in game number 2. So coming close to their normal stat. Interesting stat as well, they are also the 2nd worst in goals per game. So while they are able to put up the most saves, they're still getting scored on quite a bit because of it. And also, analogously, they get shot on the most. They have been shot on at 9.78 per game, almost as much as Complexity shoots. All the stats kind of in Complexity's favor here in this matchup. Snaski with a great save there on the goal. Mesnaris trying to make the shot, the pinch in the midfield. And Complexity 1 away from the sweep here. Fnatic's got to get it going here in game number 3. Oh, that pass down towards Mesnaris. He's lucky. Maestro was there. Snaski had put it right in front of his own box. Maestro to Siki. Mesnaris with an interception. Snaski over to the side. Magnus has already read it. He's already one step ahead.
Yeah, the defensive clears here coming from Fnatic.
What a shot from Olot. Finally not hitting the crossbar. He's been in the crossbar a lot this series, and this one goes cleanly in.
Yeah, it's just not good enough here. Snaski in particular has been the source of a lot of defensive errors in this series. He's struggling to get past this defense, and I think where it's going wrong for him is he's not looking for his teammates on the sidewalls. He's oftentimes just trying to dribble it himself, when in reality, pushing that ball in front of a teammate makes it so much more difficult to interfere with.
Mesnaris now into the corner. Take this one away. Complexity looking to extend their lead. Metz tries to push it behind Siki. A nice decision, but he did have 2 defenders right there that could easily close that gap off. Maestro trying to set up Siki a lot. Popping it over the top. Goes into the other blue corner. Siki again lurking in the midfield, just hoping for the corner passes to work out. But so far, it's been all for naught on the side of Fnatic. Constantly playing to those corners and so well defended by Complexity. Wow, we'll pinch this one in the center field. Snaski over to the side. Mesnaris back down a lot off the wall. Goes into the corner. Maestro's there. Onto the backboard. No contest there on the backboard. Maestro out to Snaski. Over the top of a lot. This one just goes in. Finally, a midfield shot. Not playing into the corner, and they tie up the game.
And it looked here like Siki, playing a little bit with the defense there. That they got a little confused and nothing that they could do. It was good there for Snaski to take that long shot, especially seeing his teammate going in. Those demo plays working out for Fnatic.
And a lot gets caught out in front of his own box. He was starting to move out and goes, oh wait, I can't do that. Turns around and then he's completely eliminated from the play for a moment. And that's the moment Snaski strikes. Tie game in game 3 and a critical one for Fnatic. They've got to get the lead here. They've got to get the win. Snaski tries to get it past Magnus. He's got Maestro to deal with as well. Pushes this one out towards Snaski. Now 4 players in the corner there. Olot versus Siki out here in the mid. Olot moving in. Magnus is spaced back out. Trying to pick a boost. Challenges the ball. Finds Maestro. Doesn't find the ball though. Now out to Olot. Back down towards Mesnaris. Picks this one up. Maestro was expecting the touch. Beautiful plays from Metz, but the save from Siki. He holds on. What a play on both sides of the ball. The follow-up here, Mesnaris' shot defended by Snaski. And oh my goodness. They'll lighten it up here. Fireworks in game 3. Maestro over. Mesnaris now looking for a lot. Maestro rotating. Siki and net moving out. Snaski coming in behind. Maestro down the field. Siki low on boost, just looking for something. He'll find it in the midfield here, but now he's out of the play. A lot will play it over the top. The rest of Complexity hanging back a bit. Mesnaris slow to move up. Will actually tackle a lot. A lot might have been out of boost and felt incapable of making the play himself. Now a bit of a haphazard defense. The retreating here. A lot needs to make the save, and he does, but they're not out of the woods. Maestro up. Mesnaris needs to make contact. Neither player touches it, and it'll just fall. This one going back away. Out to midfield. Magnus trying to take a shot downfield. Towards the net. Snaski's got this one. Pass 2. All the way to the back. Mesnaris will make the save. Cleared away. Siki looking for the pinch. Magnus has it away. Close plays as Fnatic starting to pressure in Complexity's half. A lot now down the field. Maestro onto the wall. Mesnaris into the corner. Siki up high. Maestro to continue it. Counter-attack here for Fnatic. Magnus will eliminate Siki. Mesnaris has got a lot to work with on the side, but Snaski's moving in, closes the passing lane off. Interference from Olot will eliminate his shot, but now Siki looking to set up Maestro. Magnus has it out back to Olot. The final minute of game 3, all tied up at 1 apiece. And a critical must-win game here for Fnatic.
Yeah, they really need to make something happen here. I almost get a little nervous seeing how defensive they sometimes become when they're in these even, like, tied situations.
Magnus Magnus drops to a lot. Siki had moved up. Maestro now circling around. See Snaski lurking in his own half. Not wanting to be too aggressive. Not wanting to fall prey to another pinch goal that saw them lose game 1. But knowing they have to find a way to score. Moves up now. Into the corner. Been going for the corner plays. Hasn't worked out yet today, and it won't work out here either as Magnus gets it over the top of the goal. Final countdown. Maestro back into the box. It's off the post and a lot with the clear. 4 seconds now with the tie game. The pressure for Fnatic. They could get the win here in regulation. The defense is all amuck, but it's not going to happen. The clock runs out overtime.
Yeah, that save just barely met Magnus catching that between each other. It doesn't get close to the net.
That's Nars in the goal. Taken out of the corner. Maestro back in. A lot will try to wrap it back. Snaski shot towards net off the midfield wall. And Magnus with a redirect. Siki with the save. The savior medal here in game number 3 and a critical one. 24 seconds into overtime. Already seen both teams with scoring opportunities. Magnus across the field. Metznaris has this one. Now into the corner alongside Maestro. Snaski moves up, plays over the top of one. Magnus now onto the backboard. It'll be in a great position, but Maestro gets there in time. Metznaris on the far wall after his initial attack. We'll look for the pass here to see if he can do it himself. Magnus didn't feel comfortable in that, so he stayed on the ground. A difficult read indeed. A lot now moving up. The pressure starting to mount. Complexity doing what they do best, and a lot will put this in. No! Snaski takes it away at the goal line. Able to keep this game going. 1 minute of overtime come and gone.
And that's how it felt most of the attacks have been this game alongside the goal line, usually utilizing those corner walls to try and get a pass out towards the middle, but it hasn't been coming off of the backboard or even any infield passing really because players are so scared to give up that lead.
A lot. Get there in time. Take the ball away that was just bouncing on the goal line for Fnatic. A pinch down. A lot. Shot towards goal. Siki doesn't get there quite, but the ball is wide. Now Snaski holding on to ball control. Maestro driving it back to Snaski. Shot towards the goal. Magnus with a clear, and he'll follow it along. 2 players tangled up, Maestro and Siki, but they've got ball control for now. Metznaris back out. Magnus towards the other end. Maestro driving this down. A lot will play to the side in time too. Snaski looking for the game-winning shot. A lot. He's got a flip reset he can use here. Decides not to use it, hoping to fake Siki out. Didn't work just yet, but Magnus now with ball control. A lot shadowing back in midfield. He'll look for the goalie here. Doesn't find him. Metznaris up past 1 onto the wall. Magnus now past 2. Metznaris unable to get past Siki in the back line. Looking for Maestro. Doesn't find him either, and he'll get the clear into the blue. 2:22. Halfway into a second game here in game number 3. Fnatic still needing this goal more than ever.
And when you're Fnatic in this position, this is where you start pulling out the stops, any trick you can. It is imperative that they do not give up this goal because that's going to be the end of the series for them if they do. At what point do you just start going for demos, start committing a few more players? Obviously right now things are not working out well for them.
They haven't been able to connect on the physical game that we know can be so helpful. But I don't think I've seen a single intentional offensive demo from Fnatic here in game number 3. Maestro plays to the side, see a lot going for Siki in net. Siki has been a nuisance on the goal line here. Magnus' shot is just wide. So back in the midfield, unchallenged. Metznaris up onto the wall. A lot looking for another touch, but Maestro takes it away. Magnus up as well. Metznaris, the only player back here for Complexity, but no pressure given by Fnatic. What could have been a counterattack.
It was a very weird situation because Snaski actually giving the ball away and opening up an attacking opportunity there for Complexity. We see all 3 members commit, and then Fnatic going for the counterattack, and they just leave it. It's just such an odd dynamic, and these players, they're so afraid to give up that goal that they're just giving up their offensive pressure.
Metznaris down the field. Siki off the backboard with a clear. It's been a strong defensive back line for Fnatic. A lot now onto the wall. He's brought Snaski up with him, and he'll play it out to midfield. 4 minutes of overtime here, nearly come and gone. Metznaris with a flick over 1, looking for Siki in net. He'll get a bump, but it's more like Siki bumped Mets than the other way around. Snaski now, back across the field. No immediate Fnatic players, but a lot of Metznaris respecting Siki, both challenging, and now Magnus with lots of ball control all the way back down the field. Metznaris looking for goalies, but not finding any. Snaski here in the corner, so Magnus will take it away from him. to get it past one. Not going to find it a lot. Back towards Metzenaris. Not sure if he knew where Metz was. Metz will be able to get there in time, though. Again, unchallenged. Snasky with a flip. Sicky picked this ball up. Nobody was there. Killing the field from a lot. Maestro the flick over one and Magnus over to the side. Sicky now dropping it back towards Snasky. Every time it feels the Fnatic moves up, the defensive complexity is just solidly in place. The counterattack might be the only way they're able to score. They got to catch them on the retreating defense at this point. 5 minutes gone. 2 games we've played in game number 3.
It's an important fact to consider. I mean, if their confidence isn't there, they shouldn't be going for 3-man forward counterattack type of plays.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's how this ends. Magnus with the absurd read at the 0-degree angle, and that's how complexity sweeps him.
That's perfection. As far as shots go, that read, that angle, Magnus, are you human?